Oh, snap. I'm so
back.
sorry. I'm
We
so
back.
sorry for laughing. It just was the fact that before we even went, so before we go live, this is pulling the curtain back a little. Before we go live, our amazing producer Suki asks us 10 seconds of silence so that once again you know how to edit and cut and do all that good stuff that the boys do behind the scenes. And this one sneezed. As he asked for the 10 seconds, and this was slurp pause. This was slurping on the water. What happened to the silence?
But you know what?
Just out of control. Hey, Ron, the flipper. Is that
Really
the
everything,
flipper?
like the headphones.
Are you Filipino? Or is that just...
Yeah.
Oh, no, we gotta start it off because we black.
A little bit louder.
Little Childish Gambino. Some royalty.
That was the black.
Because we black and we are royalty. Shout out to my white brethren and my Latino brethren. Young rich nigga shit. Pops was an immigrant.
This is
All my
karaoke
pops
song.
was an immigrant.
That's my grandparents.
Rest in peace, Nipsey. We here. We here. We back. We back in the studio with Suki the God.
The most sophisticated gangster is sitting next to
just to hear me vent. I'm really out here on some
you
shit.
gotta get a like
take
a
flick.
like a
Ballin'
mix.
on my
Like
own
if you're gonna be a
10 toes, so the
DJ, you gotta
difference
like
is
change the song.
never asked for
Because
permission,
the thing about it,
got a lot of big plans in
With
my
a business,
vision,
man.
and I ain't failed yet, about
We
a
ain't-
dollar, hell yes.
Yo, Ricky really does look like that nigga. On that shirt, that looks like Ricky Starks.
like Ricky Stark.
Killing niggas solo, so you know I'm getting.
Oh, okay. He said flipper because I used to do a lot of backflips a lot.
Come on, we live. We back.
Good afternoon. This is your afternoon fright. It's the end of the week. TJIF.
I'm feeling good.
Thank you,
I'm
Suki.
feeling nothing.
Thank God it's Friday. I know this is a little different for y'all.
The black faces.
I wish I did this.
Black faces. My rollie so basic.
Most of
I
them
roll
problematic.
black faces.
Obama on that $1 million
Bill black faces. Woo!
nigga black faces.
This is royalty, niggas.
Yo, I got this.
Good afternoon, everyone. Come into the lounge.
Hey.
If you're on your lunch break, if you're listening to this as you're driving,
We here, we back.
come on in. It's Friday. Let's talk some wrestling today. We haven't talked wrestling in a while. Got some things to talk about.
So we're gonna talk about our mother? Is that what you want to talk about? Because behind the scenes, we're gonna talk about our mother.
So another way, you got to turn that down. You can leave it in the background. You just got to turn it down a little bit. So another pulling the curtain a little bit. So we were talking about, it's the funniest thing that I always think is because even when we go to places, everyone always questions, are they really brothers? And it just be like,
Which I don't understand.
yo, when we were in Charlotte,
right.
I felt like somebody had said, yo, is your brother? Like, is that really your brother? And I was like, oh my God, another one asking that question. So we were giving some life advice to Mrblacc here in regards to, because we all deal with family situations. As everyone knows, the holiday season, Christmas, believe it or not, is next week almost. So we were talking about holiday plans. And Mrblacc goes, I'm going to celebrate with my family. And I was sitting here like, your brother's sitting right here. Why you just didn't say your brother? But he really was talking about his girl family. Which is not a problem because I'm the same way. Like, Mikey's mom invited us to come to Pennsylvania for Christmas. And, and I always appreciate her openness and how loving she is. And I think it's interesting when your partner's family is a little bit more receptive than yours. So I can totally relate to that. But we were giving him some lively advice, and hopefully he will take some of that. And we will talk about, also interesting relationships as we talk about wrestling this week. Hey, Quest, shout out to Quest in the building. Known that one half of my life too. Jesus. But Jobber Nation, welcome to another episode of the Jobbertears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR, here with Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc. We are here in the building. It is a little bit of a different scene in here. We got lighting, and also it is Friday, so we're trying out this day, see how it works with everyone, scheduling and all that jazz. Mrblacc's career is taking another turn left, so we got to adjust a little bit, but that's okay. We're always here to be as flexible as possible. Pause. But before we get into this week in wrestling, let's catch up. Let's talk about some things that we've been, that we've went to, that we've gone to, that we've experienced. So I actually want to pull it all the way back The week after Survivor Series, myself and Mrblacc had went down, did a 24-hour shoot to Charlotte, North Carolina, and supported the amazing first ever show. Well, that's not it yet. Hold on, we ain't there yet.
That's not it.
Our first ever shout out to Darius Lockhart. That's not it yet either. You putting away all the good stuff. Not to say Ashe was not good. Ashe was amazing. Once again, shout out to Darius Lockhart and every single person that was there, that participated, that supported him. It really felt like a reunion in a sense. And I feel like that's how most wrestling events that I feel like either, we throw or, other people of color throw. It's always always a family vibe. So shout out.
Like if we know each other, yes, we do at this point.
Yeah, we know each other very well. It was good to see Faye. It was good to see Tasha Steeles in the building. It was good to see, some AEW
Nasty
stars.
Leroy.
It was good to see, that's a nigga that pops up out of nowhere. Like, legit, I think I was in...
Right there.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to everybody in that picture. Shout out to Keith Mack that was handling all the media for
Muscle
the day.
Malcolm, Lovely.
Shout outs to the best heel in the South, Zuka King in the building. It was a really, really dope experience to just, catch up.
One of the matches of the night.
Woo! It's so funny. So, like I said, we're going to pull the curtain a little bit. It was very interesting. After the show, everybody was exhausted and just wanted to, I had a flight to catch the next morning. Mrblacc had a flight to catch the next day. We were exhausted, but it was really good to do a little kickback with some of the wrestlers, after the show, get their, feelings and thoughts, but also just chilling and vibing with people you necessarily would never see yourself sitting across a table with. I tell you that. Dead ass.
What those tacos? Who? John
Gresham. Yeah, when we got there, they were sitting at the table eating tacos, and I was just like, "Where did he get tacos from?" Because we went to the cookout, and then the girls was Faye and them almost got into a whole altercation at the cookout because they thought they were stealing stuff. It was wild, but it's really nice that, and I say this because it's really nice when we all can come together and just really have that kickback and just breathe and just enjoy each other's time in space, because those are the type of things you can't. Yeah. Meredith came. Her newly married self came on down, so it was good to see her. But yeah, we don't get as many times and opportunities.
Shout out to Looped. It was pretty good seeing him. One of my favorite artists. I took a picture with him.
He did. He made me take the picture. I was like, next time I'm gonna start charging y'all niggas. But anyway. But no, once again, shout out to Ashe. Their next show will be, I believe, that first Friday of February. Yeah, I think it's either that first Friday or Saturday, but it's the first weekend of February to kick off Black History Month.
Shout out to Ralph, the OG. Dang, Ralph been us since like IG.
I know. I'm excited to finally sit and chat with him when we go down for Philly for Mania weekend. And then the next thing, so that was that. We had a great time in Charlotte. Hey, once again, those on our live feed, love that you're here. You want to talk with us, please. If you have not gave Mark Zuckerberg permission, please put your name at your comment so that I know who you are.
That could be Stephanie Hard. No, that's not Stephanie Hard.
No, because normally her name pop up.
Yeah. 4 more months, anniversary.
Are we getting anniversary cake next week? Is our anniversary?
No, it's for your.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was sitting here like,
I want some cake.
What? Matthew, you got to be here to get a cake.
Dang.
That's all I'm gonna say about that, sir. But then the next thing.
Why was the 2.5 bros?
They're recording next week.
Woo! Oh, so then maybe you can get a cake if you're recording and live and in color. Well, we can talk about that after we record. But after the amazing experience down in Charlotte, I'm super proud of these two here. They were a part of the Boombayé Fight Club. MLW was here in New York last week Thursday, and they had their tapings, and there were so many, shout outs to Alex Kane, that is legit the face of MLW, definitely representing for the people, by
for the
people.
niggas,
just straight up
for the niggas.
And I just love the fact that he graced, like he asked us, like I couldn't get out of work, so I couldn't be a part. And then when I looked at it, I was like, that's not for me. Oh, hey Patrick. But the boys were able to be there. And how was that experience? Like backstage, like talk a little bit about that MLW experience.
all I gotta say is
So good, almost got off
like
table.
right. Like I felt like I belong. See all these wrestlers and everything like that. See my favorite wrestlers. Seeing people that we see on the indies for years. You feel me? Seeing main event, chilling there. You feel me? Chilling on the lounge. You
Yeah.
feel me? We see Kai chilling there. Like everybody that we
She had
know.
a really good match.
Right.
With that singing Asian girl. I don't remember her name, but I did. Was that the one that was on AEW singing?
Yes.
Okay, as I kept saying, I was like, bro, I feel like this is the same Asian
was
girl.
good. It was-
Even though she lip sync, but we not
Like
gonna
it
go
was
there.
good energy.
But,
you know, they had some good water. Like even the VIP lounge for the wrestlers, it felt legit. Like just to seeing Matt Corndell, it's good seeing him.
Let me tell you about your boy Michael Bostic. First MLW show. Of course, we sit on fucking second row. Shout out to Sir Wilkins for getting us some seats though, because I was not about standing. But then I'm like, yo, our
gotta show up to the
faces are
episode.
probably ridiculous. Like we probably look crazy on TV again. But no, it was super dope to see Matt Cardona and Alex Kane. The return of Richard Holiday. Spoiler alert, those that don't watch MLW, but you should. It's really like I love seeing the production of it, and even though you know it's not always as accessible.
Even at this scene, throwing bread at this.
Yo, I didn't get that.
That's his
thing?
That's his
Yeah,
thing.
that's his gimmick.
Okay, because I was
they
dead
told us
like
to throw bread,
what?
and I was hungry, so I
Yeah.
wanted to eat.
Yeah, me too.
Yo, my man was picking up the bread from the ring and eating it. And I was thinking,
Yeah.
like, what is going on? I was like, first of all, and this is how you know the New Yorker in me came out, because I was saying, hey, like, bread is expensive. Why the fuck
Wonder
y'all
Bread,
throwing
too.
bread? Oh, it was
Wonder
Wonder
Bread.
Bread?
Wonder Bread.
I hope it was, like, almost expired, because that would piss me off, just personally.
And mind you, the
Like,
Wonder Bread
what are we
factory
doing?
is not in Jamaica no more. So I don't know where to get in this Wonder Bread from.
Oh, well, no, I get Wonder Bread from the supermarket, from Bravo.
Yo, it's not the same, dogs. Getting it from the bakery. To all my Queens heads. Y'all know about the Wonder Bread factory over there on Jamaica Avenue, right before your college. My nigga Boston know about that.
Oh, that's
The whole
over
Black
my
Slime
stuff
Wonder
there.
Bread, B.
No, that's
Was
so
that even
funny.
good for us?
Well, bread in general, starch ain't
No.
all that, but
It's like glue to your system. Yeah.
But no, MLW was really dope. Once again, I'm
Fire.
proud of the voice for being a part of it. Shout outs once again to Alex Kane for inviting us. Like he literally reached out and was like, "Yo, I want y'all to be a part of this." So it was a humbling experience, definitely for me, just because I don't really
I
get
saw a
asked.
few
So I was
TikTok
like, oh,
dudes that I
shit.
know.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
oh that's good. But
Like-
no, I mean it was really dope, and once again, just to be in that setting and just really seeing like how Alex Kane has really gotten like, listen, I took a picture and I sent it to this one. I said, "This is how." I sent it to y'all. I was like, "This is how you know this nigga over. He got the white people wearing his shirt."
Yeah. Yo, where's that dude? You got that
Yo,
picture?
the
You
white,
got that picture, Janelle?
yo, the
me
white
that.
men in the building towards the ramp
Send me that picture.
had the
please.
Boombayé shirt on. I said, "Listen, this is
drop it to
for
me.
this
Yeah,
is for
drop
the.
it to me.
I don't know how to do all that. Now we asking for a lot. You just have to go back in the chat, go to graphics, go to media, and find that picture. But no, definitely. And I think the next time they are not live, but the next time they're doing, I think the Kings of Coliseum show, and I do think that it is in Philly. It's the same day as the HOG show, January 6th. So MLW once again will be in Philly January 6th, but HOG as well will have their first show of 2024 January 6th as well. And then
I have to show this guy. Hold on.
okay. He gonna show it because I thought that's the one thing I always look. I don't know. For me, I try to be in fan mode, but it just is interesting to see how the crowd gravitates to particular wrestlers. And like main event was over. So that's why I was super sad that they lost.
It was fun. It was MLW is legit. Like it gave me a glimpse of like what production is.
Yeah.
Yo, high in production.
So
Yeah, look
you
at this
go.
one.
so
And then the guy, you can't really see him because he's blocking the guy. The guy also standing up behind him with his arm like that was wearing a Boombayé shirt.
Mm-hmm. He's for the people.
Rashad asks, how do y'all feel about Santana winning the HOG World
Love it.
title? I
Love
love it.
Full circle moment.
I definitely,
Like
yeah,
Rashad.
like especially seeing him
Shout out to my nigga
used
Jonathan.
to tag at HOG together. They were
That's his man's.
Use man's.
Rashad, that's his man's.
Who's his man's?
Big Jonathan, who had the Jobbertears title.
Oh, okay. I was saying like, who's man's? What you talking about?
You know what? Maybe not overspeak. I hope they're still good. But they're still good.
Are y'all still good? You can write in the comments. We just want to know.
They got more beef than Burger King.
Pause.
I don't know. I don't
But
know.
no, I think Santana winning is definitely good for the culture.
So people who don't know, Santana, who used to be
more of a push than he ever got on TV.
who was part of Proud and Powerful with
They were doomed
Ortiz
from the start with that name.
on AEW. He won the House of Glory world title this past weekend. Niggas just saying shit like that, like everybody can hear, understand what's going on.
I'm dead. But no, actually, I got a question for y'all. So seeing like once again HOG happen and the current world champion was Matt Cardona, and then seeing him lose to Alex Kane, putting him over at MLW. What do you think is next for Matt Cardona? Because he was the belt collector for a hot minute, and slowly but surely he's been dropping the belts.
I think he might go back to WWE.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I'll tell you who my sources are.
Oh, I always love
after the show. Cause no, this is.
But it feels like it, and it feels about the right time for him, like a Rumble entry. I can see it.
So he's done with MLW. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Like done, and this isn't. When I was there. Thank you for MLW for having me. But he is done with MLW. He's moving on from them.
Okay.
And I know this for a fact. But I'll tell you.
Okay, no, that's fair. And I'll wrap up the MLW recap. But I thought it was interesting that you said done, because it gave a very at the end, which I don't think it was like recorded or anything. Alex Hammerstone talking to the crowd at the end of the show, and it felt like a done deal. Like, and he hugged Court.
Hammerstone is done too?
Yeah, so the thing was his contract had expired, and that was the whole rumbling in the beginning. And then, he did the whole WTF thing, which was like a storyline thing they got going on at MLW, which I thought was in actuality is actually kind of cool. Like seeing it live, I was just like,
right?
Yeah, they had took over that show, and then I think another show that they were taping that same night, and when he, his match with Alex Kane ended, and no, the match with him and Jacob Fatu had ended. And he talked to the crowd, and he was just like, telling how like he's done tryouts after tryouts in the beginning. No one looked his way. No one wanted him. And the only person that wanted him was Court. So he wanted to thank Court. He was like, no matter, the ups and downs and everything in wrestling, he gave Court his flowers for taking him in and not giving, because, when he said it, he said, listen, when I met Court, I was just thinking of a tryout, trial purpose. And then Court gave him like no, I'm giving you a contract. I'm going to take you and put you on MLW type of situation. And, so it's going to be very, so I say that in saying like, it's very going to be, it's an interesting, and I feel like I say this all the time, but it's a very interesting time in wrestling where you just don't know where people are going to land and what people are going to do these days.
I don't want him in WWE though.
I don't either.
Yo, that's
like,
crazy.
I totally would see him more on the Impact
Go on
side
your
of
lives,
things.
My bad, because whoever's on the live, whatever their questions is not coming up.
It's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, if you have a question, you can
go on my
post
brother's
it.
live. Or you go on Facebook.
Or if you see it, you read the question.
Yeah. Tavia said, Janelle, you didn't even say hi to me.
I
All
didn't
my comments
see
are
her.
Coming up. Yeah.
Hey, girl. Hey, sis.
DeAndre said,
# soon to be the big 4-0. I see you, sis. I love you, but I didn't see you. I don't see anything, girl. I can't say hi if I don't know.
Dang.
But I love you.
MD 89999. Like you just
Oh.
how you doing?
First
You
of all,
alright?
MD 8999, we got beef because we was in your city
He
and
didn't
you
show
ain't
up?
come roll up on us. You ain't come hit us up.
Chicken nugget.
You ain't say
Chicken
not a
nugget.
word to us. We was
Chicken
in
nugget.
we was in the 7-7.
Chicken nugget.
We was in your city.
Yo, listen.
Okay?
I love Chicago.
I do too.
Nigga, I might move there. That's the one city I legit might move.
Because it's a good mixture. Out of the all major cities I feel like I've been to,
How's the air out there?
it's air.
No.
Like it's air. I mean, they're close to Canada. Almost.
No.
Air.
No. Every place has different air quality, B.
Well, it's not like New York. I mean, it's I don't want to say it's a higher elevation.
Are you staying in Tampa?
Yeah, just because well, actually, we can talk about that offline because maybe like if I can find a good house and you want to do a house in St. Pete, because that's the issue with St. Pete is more expensive.
Nah, but they got some nice shit though.
Look.
But all the stuff that's going on. Oh. Sir. Our condolences.
My condolences, my nigga.
Absolutely.
My
We was
condolences.
looking for you, bro, but you had to be with family, and that's important. But oh my God,
Damn.
condolences, love.
Damn, MD.
So we owe you another visit to cheer you up. And you can show us the city.
Yeah.
Cause this one was he was all in the hood, and ain't know he was in the hood.
Oh yeah. I was out there. I was out there in the hood, son. Yo, MD89. I was at the Nike outlet in Chicago on the South
In
Side.
the hood
I was chilling, B. I was chilling.
by himself.
I was chilling. I was out here on these streets, buying food, living good. And then I went back to the suburbs
Because it was a bit much. But no, out of all the major cities, like I can say I've been to, Chicago is the one that's the most similar to New York. They have, even though everyone shits on their metro, they got a metro system. They have a downtown area. They got
the best one.
They got, of course, they got a suburb area.
I took the train,
They
guys.
got 2 airports in the city. It's very, because then during the summertime it get hot. Like I'm talking about 90, 100 degrees hot.
New York is hot just like that too.
Correct. And then they have, like, you know how Staten Island, when you come off from the Brooklyn side, they have like that little beach. Chicago got a little beach area on the lake.
So MD89, I was at the Nike factory store on 8510 South Cottage Grove Avenue.
First of all, whenever you hear South with an F, that's how you know.
Our trade center is low-key the most effective in the country.
No. MD89, MDB. Listen.
So I like that
New
the
York.
train. But the one thing I will say, I do like that the train goes directly to the airport. I will give y'all that.
New York too.
No. Like I mean,
The
no,
air train.
No. But I mean, you can get on like the blue line. Like you can get on one train and go to O'Hare. Like you can go straight to the airport. You don't got to get on a train to get on another train.
But since we talking about Chicago,
woo,
let's talk about my man CM Punk being the James Harden out here.
I don't get that reference, but okay.
About to be, because he's difficult and he's borderline toxic.
Antonio Brown.
But so
Nah, that nigga
so
worse.
did you hear this? So
Whoa.
question. Did you hear this? This is what I feel. I feel he never wanted to go to AEW.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
No, I don't feel that way.
I feel AEW was his last resort.
Yeah.
Well, in that retrospect, I do think that there was a lot of doubters, and I think because of Tony Khan's love as a fan for CM Punk, he was willing to take the chance because he's a fan.
No, I'm just saying he didn't really want to go to AEW.
No.
That's what I personally think, because he did and I will always bring this up. I know people say I'm crazy. He did the show with Fox. Supposedly they were in talks of potentially bringing him back, but WWE turned him down. Mm-hmm. Then that's home. As much as he pretends like he didn't wrestle in WWE when he was in AEW, it's home.
Yeah.
And he likes WWE, bro.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what a lot of people don't know about is that to be honest, it was at a time when WCW was gone, but he was fiending to go to WWE when he was in ROH and before ROH. Mm-hmm. Because there was a time he was bulking up and he was getting big. He was like, I got to get big because that's what Vince likes. Mm-hmm. And then he ended up slimming back down to his regular size that we see here today.
Bro, it looked like not even night and day from when he looked. If you take a picture of CM Punk when he won that AEW World title, and you post a picture of how he showed up at Survivor Series, you would have thought that was like a 10-year difference. You was like, yo,
but that's on
what
him, though.
happened? But that's not only on him, but that's also on the company, and ideally being able to have a certain representation of him. Like they be on some like think about it. With WWE, you have the Performance Center. So you have a place, and we've talked about that before. Mm-hmm. You have a place where you could go, you could train, you can master your craft, you could do all this stuff. AEW is on something like, you figure it out.
Yeah, and I think
and I think for someone that's coming, you got to think about it. Someone that's coming from a system, like an actual system of organization and having structure and things like that, going to a place that doesn't have as many of those systems in place, it's a free for all, which we all saw played out.
Oh, so from what I gathered from it is CM Punk is just trying to be like another Triple H. Because I'm hearing that he tried to learn everything backstage.
Yes, so there was he did go to, and so actually I'm glad you brought that up. So I actually, in my roundabout of wrestling adventure, I went to NXT Deadline in Connecticut. Saw way too many people I didn't even expect to see from New York too. So that was funny. Like Jay and Sable was there, Randy was there. Shout outs to Backstage Brawl. Shout outs to Henny Wrestling. He was in the building.
Ciendo was there.
Ciendo was there.
Ciendo's
Yeah.
there.
Lifetime Calico.
Keith was there. Somebody's calling you from Lifetime. But I was physically there at NXT. And, you know, everybody was like, oh, you should have known about Punk. And I was just like, when he said the promo on Friday Night SmackDown, he said, I got a call with Sean. I said, okay, take your call. And you know, once again, Saturday I went literally from work on Metro North for an hour and a half up to Connecticut. Like straight, just boom. There wasn't on the internet, no nothing. So I'm sitting there like, okay, I popped because I was like, oh shit, Shawn Michaels came out and Shawn don't ever come out. So I was like, oh shit, Shawn Michaels is here. And then Shawn opened the show, and then all you hear is the static music, and I said, oh, here we go again. How did I get this nigga again? So, but it's interesting. So then fast forward, and we'll talk about NXT Deadline too, but fast forward to him going down to the Performance Center, him, you know, training with wrestlers, him learning production for NXT. So, like, I think for him, he wants to, you know, go out on his own terms, which I think, in all honesty, every wrestler should be able to do that. No matter what promotion, no matter what match, you go out in your terms. And I'm a firm believer in that. But I also think he's setting himself up for life after the ring. And I think that is something that he probably never really thought about until AEW.
So I'll give you an example of why I understand him. You know, I don't like the dude for personal reasons, but I like structure. But I like to do what I want to do within that structure. So shoot job time, pull the curtain back on my real life. I was working for this other company before I came to the company that I'm working at. Same profession, different company. The company I was working for, I'm gonna tell you, it was like AEW. You can make money.
Baby sleeping.
You can make money, but it was all over the place, and the culture was shot, and I couldn't grow until I went to some place where there was actual structure, but I can still do what I wanted to do. And I think that's the thing that happened to Punk. And somebody mentioned in the comments where it was that AEW was on a place that had money to give Punk. And also, Punk is toxic. But also, Punk is one of those people, and I've been that person. Maybe that's why I can't stand him. Shit's not working out. I'm going to blow this whole shit up.
Ba-boom. Ba-boom.
That's what he was. And I think he didn't fit that. Because he was trying to, another thing that Punk was doing, he was trying to come in and change culture off the rip.
Right.
And like give advice to younger talent and things like that.
Before he eased his way in and you know, worked himself into the culture. He was just, he came in, he was like, oh, I'm CM Punk.
Right.
I drew in multiple arenas across the world in this country. Y'all gotta listen to me. But especially people our age and younger.
And Jordan.
Yeah.
Y'all not gonna listen to me.
Well, I'm gonna say this. To answer that, Kobe is like, that wasn't toxic, because at the end of the day,
said that?
AB99, right? Reason why I don't think that was toxic is because at the end of the day, he led with love. Nobody talks about many times that he took his arm around somebody, yo, my bad.
But not everybody perceives that as that.
Right.
And that's where the gray area comes involved.
Right. For example, Be Sure. They curse each other out. He came like, oh, my fault, Be Sure, effing hate you.
Brian Shaw,
whatever. Another situation, it was with
like
Kwame
nigga.
Brown, right? Yo, Kwame Brown don't respect himself. When you hear that he was a drunk, he was like every minute, like he didn't want to get the big moment. Kobe tried to give him, but he didn't want it. Yo, you need to respect yourself with the whole Kobe situation. So now about the whole CM Punk situation is, yo, I get that, but at the end of the day, though, son, he acts like that he was the innocent one. He threw mad shade, everything. You basically sat there on a press conference disrespecting the whole company that we helped build.
And he allowed that. Now that's why I will never.
I understand that, but
I'll never sit here and put that all on Punk.
No.
All.
I understand that, but you as a grown man, you know better.
And I think that's what it goes back to, which is his toxic trait. I'm frustrated. I'm gonna blow this up,
And that's not right to no one else. You're selfish.
and that's what it is, and that's really what it is.
Because you gotta think about it. I'm not saying like, oh, Punk was in the right. Because no, dead wrong, dead wrong. But when you look at all the variables that played into why it blew up the way it did, it was the fact that he knew coming out of that match, even though he was champ, that he was injured. He probably wouldn't have been able to wrestle for the next 6 to 8 months. He had already had probably run-ins with Bucks and all of them. He already probably feeling that there ain't nobody fucking with him. So think about it. If you in that situation, I don't give a fuck. And he showed that, not saying that it's right or it's wrong or indifferent. It's not none of that. But it's just when you have those situations, you gotta see the variables that play involved in that. And that's why, and someone has said it, Derek Edmonds, shout out to you on the YouTube, said the only problem with Tony Khan is a lack of leadership. It plays a part in that. It's a lack of leadership, it's a lack of respect.
And you basically respond to their
Toxicity with their own toxicity.
No, because at the end of the day, two wrongs don't make it right. It makes it worse. So at the end of the day, look, everybody was mad high when he came back to WWE. I wasn't. Because I already saw this song and dance. The same promos everybody going hype about, he did it already. Oh, Seth is coming out, saying what he said, blah, 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 blah. Yo.
But they going to do the one thing AEW couldn't do, and that's make money off that.
Right. Eddie Kingston said the same exact promo. When CM Punk came out, I want to fight all these guys. Did the same exact promo. My thing is this way. Reason why that I'm not hyped, because I already saw the song and dance. It's funny. Y'all get on Dan Bryan for being talented at AEW, but he said something to this that's still right. Fickle. Because when Punk was going through his always issue with AEW, all the fans turned their back on him. A good percentage of them turned their back on, I can't F with PM Punk, F him. Now, back in WWE, oh my gosh, CM Punk, oh my gosh, da-da-da-da. What was that energy before this?
But that's always wrestling. That's wrestling fans. That ain't nothing new.
Well, the thing is, these are the same fans that like CM Punk.
Yeah. Like, these are the same people just gonna fake. They just gonna fake it until they make it at that point. And it was just like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I hate Phil and all this other stuff, because I still agree he deserves that WrestleMania moment. Because when they fucked him over at that Rumble,
you don't want to see LeBron
I
play
sit there.
basketball. All right, man, I just shut
okay. MD8999. Listen, I don't watch basketball like these niggas, so them basketball references ain't for me.
I don't know why
so
you said that.
I'm gonna need you to switch it up.
I don't know why you said how do you want to see LeBron play this game? That's like. All right.
But that, like I said,
I'm playing tennis. You won't play basketball.
Well, y'all always playing basketball, and I don't play that shit.
But go
play
ahead.
Football. But as I was saying, the thing with Phil is that he's gonna show what business looks like, and that's gonna be a part of the problem. He's gonna show all the problems that AEW really has.
What do you gain from that
on WWE?
What do you gain from that? Like, at the end of the day, you talk so much.
But when you think about it, when you show somebody they wrongs, doesn't that make them want to be better?
I understand that, but it's two different companies, two different styles. You're going against a company that's been around forever, and a company that's been around for 4 to 6 years. A guy who just now know how to manage a whole bunch of employees.
But the thing is, I think he had to get fired from AEW.
1,000%.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
that example had to be made.
Because
it took long. But what I don't like is that he low-key made Daniel Bryan be the bad guy when he should have been the bad guy. That I don't stand for, and I don't respect that. Because there's no way that now all of a sudden Punk is back in WWE. Now we get the whole, well, in actuality, Daniel Bryan was the one that headed the committee that made the decision.
Really?
I was like, you are the owner of the company. It don't matter if there was a committee or some shit. That should have never been said, and that should have never been told. And then also, why would that even be a thing to say? Like, you were the owner. If you felt like your life was in danger, my nigga, then you should have fired him right then and there. It shouldn't have been no committee or no legal shit. It should have been like, yo, as the owner, no. But at least Vince will stand on his 10 fucking toes and be like, yeah, okay. I'll let that nigga go.
But I'm just saying
and Vince, and even when Vince let CM Punk go on his wedding day, fast forward, he did apologize for that shit because he didn't.
We all said that. But
that's what I'm saying. My thing is, at least somebody can have accountability. And as the owner, you should have always had the accountability to say, that was my decision and I stand by my decision. How can I respect you as the owner and the CEO and all this stuff and the booker? How can I respect you if in knowing you're allowing your own other employees make the decision that you should have made?
I agree with you, but what I mean by like Vince has a committee too. Every wrestling, let's be real, y'all have a committee at Battle Club too.
The committee of really one?
Doesn't
Two?
matter though.
It's not even a committee.
It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter.
And let's not act like you're not a part of the committee for Jobbertears.
Exactly. Like every company has given committees. Boom. Let's go back to the whole Daniel Bryan situation. Oh, Daniel Bryan's over here policing wrestlers. They do that in WWE.
But I don't.
Because
But,
at one
but are
point-
the own active wrestlers doing that?
But it's usually
Are the active
we don't
wrestlers?
know that.
But
We don't know that.
Yes, they do.
the active wrestlers.
Yeah, there was wrestling court.
But that's backstage shit.
It was, but the thing about
It doesn't matter. This is backstage too.
But I'm saying right now in WWE,
We don't know that.
we don't know. But but during
Roman.
during the night.
What about Roman?
Roman is the locker room leader. There's certain locker room.
But it's not about being a locker room
But it's
leader.
the same exact
It's
thing.
It's the
He's
no,
holding
no,
people
It's-
accountable.
No. But it's the fact that someone, think about it, someone on the active roster is making a decision of whether somebody has a job or not.
But it was
Triple
the
H
committee.
did it.
Yeah.
as an active
Yes.
superstar.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think
If he was active, okay, cool.
Yeah, like I. So this is my thing. I'm not mad at Daniel Bryan.
No.
Bryan Danielson, whatever you want to call him,
He's Daniel Bryan.
because you're gonna need somebody he's basically like a supervisor. Supervisor, somebody that you work with that oversees everybody else. That's what Daniel Bryan is basically
Thank
right
you.
now.
Thank
He's
you.
a supervisor.
Thank you.
Now, I don't know why people are feeling some type of way about this guy doing this, because and to be honest, from what I'm hearing, it really wasn't Daniel Bryan's last. It was really him. It was really TK's lawyer who works with the company.
You talk about old girl that ain't been around AEW in a minute?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's who I'm talking
Mega,
about.
that's a day.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, okay. At the end of the day, we all try to make money. And Punk, if you're bringing down the product, not only with your antics, with your energy, how you carry yourself a certain type of way, I don't want to work around this too. Because don't forget, Daniel Bryan been around CM Punk since Ring of Honor, WWE,
Nigga.
WWE.
I'm so sorry. That
I wouldn't
comment-
be surprised.
What? His whole wife work at the company.
So,
But let me finish.
Wow.
At the end of the day, Daniel Bryan probably know him way better than a lot of people. He's been around him since for 3 different wrestling companies. I know your crap. At the end of the day, I gotta do what's best for me. And at the end of the day, he do what's best not only for himself but for the company.
Oh, okay, because I was about to say you gotta clean that up. Because if you're gonna make a decision, you cannot make a business decision for you. You have to make it for the company.
So the reason why I brought up Wrestling Court was because Wrestling Court, if they're not fucking with you,
Thank you.
it could potentially lead to you being fired.
Thank you.
Because when they gotta do the chopping block,
Thank you.
and nobody in the locker room is fucking with
Thank you.
But CM Punk being CM Punk, it was bigger than that. It was the Bucks didn't want to work with him. Nobody really wanted. They gave him a separate show.
whole separate show.
Listen.
That could have been used for ROH cheap plug. Final battle
Listen.
today.
I don't know what CM Punk's big plan is, but the mere fact he got Warner Brothers looking at WWE,
You know why, right?
why?
Because the dude over at Warner Brothers like him. And from the looks of it, from what according to his promo, he don't really like the Bucks like that.
Well, I mean, that was clear because they had a whole altercation.
No.
It's about the Warner Brothers.
Yeah. The guy from Warner Brothers. Don't. From looks of it, he was like, because if you remember the promo, he said it. He said, I've got this guy's name. The guy said that had that, you know what, Punk, I like you because you're a straight shooter, whatever. Like these like counterfeit bucks. That's why. So this is why that they're allowed to even get a look. Now, would it actually pick up at WWE? I mean, at this point,
I don't know because they said it all depends on how much money they spend for NBA rights. And if they're gonna have the money to do it, because WWE's looking for about $400 million a year.
CM Punk. Someone said that CM Punk's a likable dude.
Yeah,
I don't know he's a likable dude. I've never been around him.
Bucks, but the thing is, in general, what should have happened and what should have been a match between CM Punk and the Bucks or Kenny Omega.
It could have happened. Like this is what I personally feel. This is what I personally feel. I felt that it could have happened down the road. But CM Punk does certain things that don't help his case. For example, out of nowhere, why you taking a shot at Handmaid Page, their mans for no reason? Why you had to say counterfeit Bucks? Why? Was that necessary?
Oh well, Hangman did the first shot though, low key on his promo.
But
during they whole like title thing, Hangman came at him first.
he said it at January.
I wasn't mad about it. Like
He said it. My thing is this.
But I'm just saying, if you, that's like if somebody say something about us first, you act like we not gonna be on this show.
You know the difference
about shading.
If someone says something about us on Monday, I'm on the podcast Friday today talking about it.
Right.
But I'm not the type of person to CM Punk that waits months later to say I'm mad at you. Boy, you pass me every day at work.
Listen,
you don't say nothing.
Passive aggression.
No, but that's who he is though. And
you gotta have one in the back. You gotta have one in the back pocket. Literally.
So let's move on. But I also said, Matt, everybody's been saying this. There's rumors going around that AEW is losing money.
I mean, everybody loses money every day, bees.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a big deal.
So
neither.
So my thing is that, and listen, they make that's money that I don't have, so I can't even really talk about money like that. But I just feel like there's better ways to utilize the money that they do have, that he continues to get, and that he does have. Like, you have all these people on this contract that you don't use, and you keep them employed, and that's a great thing. It's not a bad thing. But you have to always remember at the end of the day, it's a business, and what's your return on investment on certain people. And you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it and be like, okay, look at how, like, when we do shows, who's gonna put asses in seats? It's a real life conversation that you gotta have with yourself as the owner. You gotta be like, all right, how do I manipulate this? How can I flip this? How can I make money off of this? And even when you said the match with the Bucks, it ended up being Jericho and Omega that ended up doing the match with Bucks when it should have been probably Jericho and Punk.
That was a very bad promo on Kenny Omega.
Woo! Both of them. But both. We gonna get into that in This Week in Wrestling, because I was very disappointed at how y'all tried to say that was such a good thing, and it was not even close to being good. But as I was saying, I'll rewind a little bit. NXT Deadline, top notch. Punk came out, gave the whole song and dance. I may sign NXT, I may not, blah, blah, blah. Fans pop, but whatever. And then what I loved really about the show, and this is just, I told y'all, like, NXT for me is like probably the best thing I like to watch on TV because it's consistent. And it point A, point B, they connect the dots. What I've always loved and where AEW low-key lacks is the continuing of stories and continuing of things. And where for me they had completely dropped the ball, biggest example was they had the match with Edge and Christian last week.
Good match, though. Fun.
Nick Wayne's mom.
She's a thought box.
I'm just waiting for
tall
her.
Glass of milk
Anyway.
crossed over to Christian.
But here was my
Did she call him daddy?
No, I just said it to say it. But she probably do call him daddy. She probably will call him daddy soon. But my biggest issue this week where there was no continuation of that. Even if you didn't have Christian on TV or Edge on TV, a video package would have worked. A video promo from Christian would have worked. Edge talking with a neck brace would have sufficed. Something that would have made me be like, okay, we're continuing the story.
It was a big angle, that's why.
It was such a lack of gap that happened this week with that storyline, and that's the storyline that really everybody's been invested in. I said, what are we doing? Whereas on the NXT end of things, everything that happened at Deadline, it followed through on Tuesday night on NXT. You still have the Ilya. They're building up to New Year's Evil, where you got Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams. And let me explain something to y'all. Being in that building, and everybody, the same way everybody bought for Jey Uso, is the same way these niggas was bopping for Trick Williams. And I was in awe. I said, oh my God. Like, this is a real thing. And I was happy for him, even though he always half naked and shit. It's great. But
all wrestlers are half naked.
seeing him, no, that nigga's like always half naked.
The
like,
Rock was. Look at his shirt, my brother's shirt. He's half naked now.
No, but I mean, like when we were in Dallas WrestleMania weekend, we was at For the Culture. Nigga was naked. No
He's
shirt.
from the South.
Doesn't matter. He's always naked. I appreciate the nakedness. I'm not saying it's a bad
The
thing.
South is naked.
But at the end of the day, I love the fact that they're being able to build up wrestlers and superstars like Trick Williams.
But you have to.
in
But,
that.
but why do we keep expecting full-blown storylines from All Elite wrestlers?
Not even full blown. Give me half ass.
But the thing about that's not what they do.
But then they try. You know what it is for me? What pisses me off is you try.
No. Because I'm telling you this.
They try.
Janelle, that is not AEW. We as wrestling fans who like storylines have to accept AEW is like watching a freaking regular season basketball game. This shit means nothing.
I don't watch.
Is this because I'll give you an example. WWE is football. Every week, every game counts. It is any given Sunday, and it leads to something.
Shout outs to the Raiders for that game last night.
WWE, AEW is, you know what AEW is? Is early season.
Preseason.
No, it's early season, mid-season basketball.
All right, okay.
We don't care. We just here to watch some good basketball.
He said AEW is like playing exhibition matches on video games. No story, no
Yeah,
nothing, just a
but
match.
the thing about it, that's what AEW's root is. It is wrestling because they wanted to make it a sport.
Yo, you are the second person from Chicago that's a fucking Raiders fan. That's weird. Why are you a Raiders fan? Yo, I know somebody else that's from Chicago that is a Raiders
all
fan.
the niggas moved from California to Chicago.
That is so weird to me.
yeah,
That's the
go ahead,
second
though.
one.
But the thing about it, that's what AEW. We have to accept. AEW is
not
just
accepting
wrestling.
shit. I'm not accepting shit when you try. Like there's like such like an effort. Like even this week, opening up with Samoa Joe. That's continuing a story that's going on with this masked person that really I don't give a fuck about
But then
anymore.
again, but
My issue is they have elements where they want to try and do the storyline, and then it just drops.
But NBA pre All-Star game. NBA pre All-Star. There's no pre All-Star. Okay.
Oh, he could be talking
the
about like
NBA
all.
before
He's
the
talking about
All-Star
all.
game.
Yeah.
He could be talking about all like the 3-point shootout
yeah,
shit
yeah.
and the skills challenge and shit. They talking
You
about
worded
that.
that kinda wrong.
They
The
absolutely
NBA
did.
before the All-Star
It's
game.
it's pre All-Star game.
Yeah, but no. But
It's
like,
early season basketball.
But my thing is this way, right?
Nothing matters.
That's sad.
My thing is this way, right?
sad.
Is I have to agree with you. This is how they're going to carry wrestling moving forward, and that's okay. And honestly, if this is how they want to present wrestling, a lot of tournaments, a lot of matches, that's okay.
Don't even get me started on that tournament because low key y'all already know about.
I actually don't understand it.
What do you mean?
The tournament because
So-
it's points.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it's based off of. I think New Japan does
Yeah,
it.
the
for
G1.
they do it that way.
Yeah. So
Which is another reason why, to be honest, the tournament shouldn't have been done in points because you have fans that never watched New Japan and would have never understood that. And it's not like every week they describe what's next or what's to come. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. But when I had watched that John Moxley and Swerve match, I said, and John Moxley no-sold him the entire match and still won with a roll up with the tights. I said, yo, this is how I know they really don't give a fuck about Swerve like that. This is exactly how I know. Because in all honesty, the match should have been a tie. The match should have just went the whole time limit. It would have saved both of them. They still would have got a point each, but they both would have still been tied. But then you give the match to John Moxley. It was just like, they to be honest, the build-up that Swerve has had over the past few weeks, maybe even a few months, it wasn't worth losing to Moxley in the tournament. It wasn't worth it to me. I was like, what?
Nah.
I was like, what are we
Now
doing?
you see?
When it
Now
could
you
have been
see?
used, when they
No.
have the ability to do a tie.
Now you see? Now you
What's
see?
the point?
You complain about when they don't have storylines. Not have little storylines.
That's not even a
Hold on. Simply, again, you're not using imagination.
No.
Hold on. Because at the end, you come right back around. And so, like, now I got you to win the tournament.
No, so there's the thing. The two people on the top, I think, of each color, they go against each other or some shit.
Yes.
But because now Swerve lost, he gotta win the next thing in order to get to the thing.
Yeah, there's
I just think if you were gonna build him up, he won against Hangman twice. If you were gonna build him up, the crowd's behind him. Why would he lose instead of them not tying?
You see, they tell a storyline right there and then.
That's not a
how
story.
Mox won was dirty. Just like this person.
But he said from the beginning, he said, yo, I would win by any means. And I understood that.
But hold on. Throughout the match, Swerve was wrestling like a babyface.
That's because no one's booing him. So that was the right thing to do.
Let me finish. Just had to position him as a babyface. He lost. It's a asterisk next to that loss. So when he faced him again later on in the tournament to get what he needs to get, it's a storyline right there. That's it. Like, not all the time the hero is going to win in the beginning.
I didn't even say the hero has to win. My thing was, if you have Moxley that has the crowd, everyone's cool, blah, 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 great. And then you have Swerve, who the crowd's been behind the last 6 months.
And that's okay.
So they tell you in the tournament, you get 3 points if you win, no points if you lose, 1 point if you tie. If it was me, I would have had them tie. That's all I'm saying. That's it. It keeps both of them looking strong, and he didn't have to take the pin. Now, granted, he didn't take the pin clean, so I get, it saves him, and it's fine. But you promote the tie, the time limit, and all this stuff. Play into it. Build it that way.
But what if they save it for later on?
They got what? 1 more week? They got one more week.
Doesn't matter.
You know what? You like it. I love it.
No,
it's okay.
No.
Because to be honest, I will say the tournament matches are saving AEW Dynamite for me. I will absolutely say that.
Y'all overcomplicate wrestling. Sometimes it's literally just on some like
overcomplicate wrestling, but then you put a tournament with points in a system.
It's not that hard,
and that's not complicated.
No,
your brother just sat here and said, "Yo, I don't get it." Tamara on the live just said,
"Y'all don't pay attention."
Don't get it.
Every week they explain this. Every time there's a match, they explain this. Y'all don't pay attention. Literally, when the graphic comes at the end of the match, reason why this person got 3 points because it's worth that point.
Now, granted, I never said I didn't get it. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. All I'm saying is that if it was me, and granted, it's not me. I got my own shit, so it's granted, I get it. But if it was me, and you've been building this nigga up, the match could have ended in a tie. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, y'all overthinking this because just like with Stone Cold, right? Stone Cold, he didn't get that push right after King of the Ring. He did it. Hold on. No. Hold on. And reason why I bring that up because what happened? He ended up becoming one of the greatest wrestlers during that time. To this day, still relevant. Not all the time you gotta take out the meat right away. Sometimes you gotta really put it back in the oven for a little bit more time.
So, question: is the devil been overcooked, or is it still in the oven baking perfectly golden brown?
At the end of the day,
no, I'm asking the question. Everybody on the live feed.
Honestly,
has AEW overcooked the devil, or is it still cooking very fresh and golden brown?
Again, you don't pay attention to the commentary. That's on you. Tamara said exactly. No.
Commentary.
No.
The commentary be hit or miss.
Whoa.
1 minute Taz be caring, the next minute Taz don't be caring.
Wait. It's not overcooked because the pay-per-view is coming up.
Okay.
Now, if it passed over the pay-per-view, cool. Y'all doing too much. There's literally a pay-per-view coming up. They telling you this every to build up to that.
Okay.
It takes time. Like, mysteriously, y'all don't have the patience. Like, my thing is this.
So Rashad, how would you add more flavor to it? I do. It's interesting how every person that they think it is ends up getting jumped. So I think it's hilarious.
Stone Cold.
So question to everyone that's watching on the live feed. and also, of course, you and when your brother comes back. What would be the biggest payoff of the devil being? At this point.
It could be anything.
I'm asking.
I don't know.
Think about it. Wouldn't it be crazy if it was Warlord's ass who keep going after MJF for no fucking reason? I'm still hoping for Jungle Boy because I just think. And you know what, MD, I ain't want to go there with him because I definitely was like Full Gear was really the day to do it.
No. I'm about to get on all of y'all.
But I wasn't gonna go there.
Y'all literally waited a whole year to see if Cody gonna face Roman at WrestleMania. I don't see none of y'all niggas fucking complaining. Y'all
No,
keep
we
your
waited.
hold
Everyone
on.
knew that was gonna happen.
Wait, hold on. Y'all waited patiently. John Cena versus The Rock. Y'all waited patiently for that. So everybody who's complaining about it's taking too long, y'all waited way more long stuff for that. The general manager for Raw, y'all waited over 2 years for that patiently. I don't want to hear
Adam Pearce was the GM for both shows. What are we talking about?
The nominee general manager. Y'all waited years for that. So stop it.
That wasn't a year thing.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't years.
Yes, it was.
It was years that they had the anonymous
like
general
2
manager.
years.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Was he 2 years? Look that up. I want to know.
Yes. But
I want to know. That's your homework assignment this week. I want to know by tomorrow. Was the anonymous GM 2 years long running? I want to know.
But all I'm saying is, y'all all have patience for all these stuff. Y'all all have patience.
But you gotta understand, the wrestling fan now is not the wrestling.
Well,
the wrestling fan you are now is not the wrestling fan you were when you was 10, 11, 12.
What? Back up. The same people who complain on here are the same people waiting for CM Punk to come back to wrestling. Hold up. No, hold up. The same exact people complain about it's too much, it's too long. Y'all waited how many years for CM Punk to come back to WWE? Mad years. I don't hear none of y'all complain that it's taking too long.
It's apples and oranges. Yo, so has the devil overcooked, or is it cooking brownly and fresh?
It's fine. I'm not 100% invested in it, but it's fine.
But why?
Because it's just not hitting for me.
Thank you.
But I don't think it's bad.
To answer your question though, it was a year and a 1 month. Same thing.
That is not the same thing.
Y'all waited patiently for it.
But don't sit here and, first of all, apples and oranges. Don't sit here and
I'm a New Yorker. I'm going to over-exaggerate my story.
No, my nigga. This is not, first of all, people take, and it's something I had to learn on podcasts. People take what you say to heart into Bible. So you can't be out here talking about it was 2 years and it wasn't.
Someone said how that, but they never told who was GM. Yes, they did. It was
Hornswoggle?
Yeah. It wasn't 2 years. So what? I'm
just saying, you people take what you say.
But the thing is,
so you gotta come with
facts. The devil thing has to stretch out. They have to stretch it out because they have pay-per-views every 3 months.
Thank you.
Well, actually, this is the first time they pay-per-views is back-to-back.
Yeah, so they have to stretch it out.
Thank you. Y'all complain about there's too much pay-per-views and the storyline don't run a long time. Boom. When the storyline does run a long time, y'all still complain. Fickle fans.
Oh, everyone is. It's shit that you don't like no more that you probably would have liked if someone else did it. It's life. That fickle shit don't bother me because what I like is what I like and what you like is what you like. And I'm never gonna tell you don't like what you don't like. Or like what you don't like. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna do that to you.
Tony isn't cooking with this devil shit, but that's not what we watch AEW for.
But that's what I mean by they sit there and try to create storylines and then half-ass it. You can't double dutch storyline. Either you're gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. Either you're gonna focus on the foundation and let it be just wrestling, or you're gonna build to it. What do you mean?
You can't double dutch the storyline.
You can't double dutch it.
No.
You
wait. Before you answer that.
No, you cannot sit here. You cannot sit here. Have you ever double dutch?
Yes.
You cannot sit here and be like, this company is not based off of storylines. That's not what they do. And then Christian Cage got a storyline. MJF got a storyline. You can't double dutch. You can't do this all the time with storylines. And that's why I was upset about Christian and that story not being continued on Dynamite this week. Because it's like, yo, if I'm invested, Nick Wayne's mom came out and fucked up Edge. And now we don't know whether she fucked up Edge because he touched her child or because she fucking with Christian Cage. And now I'm left in fucking abyss because I don't know because they didn't continue the story.
But the thing is, why do you expect these niggas at AEW to have storylines?
But that's why I said they double dutch storylines.
They don't double dutch storylines.
They absolutely do.
All they do is they go, I'm going to fight this person because of this. You're gonna fight me because of this, and that's it.
And they don't finish it. How? Just like the devil thing. Why do you deep? Because I know you know why you not in.
Because it's whack, nigga. We know it's whack.
Exactly.
But I'm watching because the wrestling is good.
Exactly.
I watch AEW because the wrestling is good. I never watch wrestling with the sound off. Because I want to hear shit.
You should sometimes.
No, because I want to hear what the storyline is going on. And talking.
But that's why. So you should sometimes, especially. So that's one thing I've learned with going to shows. When I had went to NXT, I purposely the next day I was like, yo, I kind of want to hear what commentary was just to see how the difference is. And if it changes my perception and how I look at things. And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But at the end of the day, what would be the big payoff of the devil being?
There is no payoff. I don't know if people. The thing is, the devil is to set up MJF for something else. That is it. That is it. We are watching independent wrestling on live TV. That's what's going on.
I mean, that's
their production is trash.
Yo, MLW got better production than they do. It's actually pretty wild. In the small space that they were able to do that, I think
There's
it's
no
pretty wild.
consistency. Someone said wrestling's supposed to be 75 entertainment, 25 action wrestling.
He's actually right.
Nah.
No, that's what it is. In modern day era, that's what it is. But
which was
this
why Joe opened up Wednesday.
But WWE said, but the thing about it, AEW said this is going to be sports focus. So you're going to watch 8 hours of wrestling when you go to a live event.
And that's fine. But you know what it is? And this is something that I had to realize this just by like just watching rappers. I'm watching a lot of stuff in marketing. Is maybe they doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Catering to their main fans. And honestly, if it's working for them, it's working for them.
But them ticket sales ain't saying that.
But
and I'm not one
with
for
the
stickler
same exact
or the
people,
ratings
like,
and all the other
right,
stuff.
right.
I'm not a stickler for that. But I will say though, is that their fan base ain't the same how it was even a year ago.
And that's fine. Every company go to the up and down period. WWE. It's funny though, the same exact people who talking shit about AEW, y'all made a living by talking shit about
Outlaw. I only laugh because I agree. Like it's sometimes I'll mute that bitch and be like, oh shit. And
it's because it's wrestling. It's like watching a basketball game.
And boxing and football.
No,
it's definitely not like watching football.
No, it's not.
No.
There's nothing going on. It is. I'm here for I think was it this week? I didn't watch all of it. The trios match. No, it's gonna be on. It's gonna be on Rampage.
Yeah.
Oh, what the Von Erichs?
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be flight niggas, the light skinned dudes.
Yeah, right.
Oh wait, are they going for the AEW trio title?
No, they're fighting somebody else. I forgot who, but
they gotta get a name.
That's gonna be a
together.
fire match.
Right.
I can watch that while folding my clothes and listening to a podcast.
But
AEW's for this. You know how I watch AEW? I turn it off, listen to a podcast, and sometimes I play video games. I don't need
I understand that, but that wasn't how I was trying to go with it. I'm only saying this way, right? What happened, you know?
What he said, it was funny. Because I can see him doing that. So that's why it was funny to me. But good to you. I'm sorry. Go ahead. It was funny to me.
Threw on my point, but go ahead.
WWE, but like what most people said, that's not why you watch AEW. If I want sports entertainment, I'm gonna watch WWE.
Oh, where is? Oh, fuck, Takesha. That's how you say it. Because I almost said it.
Because that's what I'm saying. And I think people get so fed up about this when at the end of the day, AEW is not about storylines. Why don't people know this? AEW is not about storylines.
AEW is allowed to change how they do stuff. You're expecting so much from AEW, right? I get it.
I'm not actually. My expectations is at an all-time low. I'm actually not. But it's just like, it's just like when you see that the things you've done before aren't working, that's like if you're in a relationship and you see certain things aren't working in a relationship. Wouldn't you want to do things to change that?
Yes, but you have issues when they try to change stuff. They fired like Kevin Summit. Why would he fire him? No one was listening to him. Da, 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 da.
And listen,
hold on.
That's noise.
Hold on. When they try little production, it's an issue. So I'm gonna go why I was trying to say before. It's still a young company. No, No. It's still a young company.
All right.
So there's certain things. Let me ask both of y'all guys a question. Was any of y'all in the beginning for WWE, the very beginning? No. We have all this information like we did now. No, we did not. And not like everybody leaking out dirt sheets that they do right now.
No, WWE almost lost money.
Right. It's going to happen. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just like wrestling companies, he probably like, dang, I got to figure this out.
No, I listen, I'm not mad at them losing money right now. I do think what TK is doing what Tony Khan is doing is building a portfolio. He's putting money into AEW he's investing money so later on it'll pay off. But what I'm saying, this is all I'm saying. I don't watch AEW for storylines. I like actual wrestling. And you know what? I want to see a nigga do 20 flips like it's a Dragon Ball Z movie, and then I do something while I'm doing something else.
And that's fine. And also is reason why it's so hard for AEW is they try to develop a culture. And when Cody left, it was one kind of culture. When CM Punk left, it was another kind of culture. Now, when he's leaving, they and Brian, they trying to shift certain things to have a culture long term. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a very long time. That's why I tell everybody, like, listen, you're either going to get on board. If it's such an issue you don't like it, why are you supported by watching it? That's my thing. If you hate AEW so much, talk to everybody who's out there listening. If you hate AEW so much, stop watching the shit. And stop watching it. You have to never worry about it. Don't even have to discuss it, and AEW will eventually die off. If you hate it that much. If you don't hate it, support it, shut the fuck up. Because the same people that who got their fame off of trashing WWE doing the same exact thing with AEW. If you don't like it, stop watching this shit. There's other alternatives that you can enjoy. That's my thing. They are losing $34, but are they able to pay $34 million? Are they able to pay their talent? Yes. Are they able to do certain things? Yes. Every company loses money. Every company does. And 34 could be a drop in the bucket to us. To us, it's a big deal. But to them, it's like, all right, I know what I have to do.
It don't matter to me. It ain't my money.
Listen, I'm just saying.
I don't work for the company. I don't get a check.
I don't expect niggas to have a storyline. I am watching it for wrestling.
Son.
The women on okay.
I mean, the women be bootylicious at AEW, so really only watch it to see them. First of all, the women don't get nothing on AEW.
Not a damn thing.
Nothing.
And he thought he was slick moving them bitches to the top of the hour at 9 o'clock instead of leaving them at 9:30 and didn't think I didn't notice that. So, hurt.
Listen.
But I did like production was able to go back and forth for the black and white thing for Tony this week. I did like that. Mikey didn't like it, but I liked it. I thought it was dope.
Someone said that it's probably the loss of the video game, not the wrestling expense. Probably.
That's all the same.
Probably.
Loss is loss.
Probably.
But the thing is, he ain't releasing nobody, letting people contracts run out.
And that's his issue.
No, that's not. I don't have a problem with that.
I think
I don't have a problem with that.
I think if you're gonna not use them and they can have an opportunity somewhere else and they're not allowed to do an opportunity somewhere else because they're still under contract, I think that's selfish.
I think you're seeing it the wrong way. I can still pay you. I'm still paying you.
But that adds to the loss.
You still got to pay them either way.
Now,
if you release
granted,
them.
they've adjusted travel, so I think that probably helps save money.
But the thing is, I even if I release you, I still have to pay you.
Up to 9 months, though.
I'm still paying you. So most people, the thing about it,
Well, it don't even matter because I guess actually it doesn't matter because even if somebody's running out their contract, they down on TV, and even if they was on contract, they down on TV.
Yeah, so it's like
matter?
just pay them out. They under contract, they have a job.
But I feel like that just gives the whole like the narrative of he's a good guy type of thing versus it being like I'm holding you back.
But you know the difference between him and Vince? The biggest difference that people fail to realize, Vince doesn't care not to be liked. Tony want to be liked.
Mm-hmm. And being liked is not always the best thing for business.
And guess what? And this goes back to Big Swole. At the end of the day, you feel me? Shout out to her. You feel me? I had a conversation with a talent with his, and Tony Khan is a pushover. All of this stuff. I hear so much stuff. I'm not going to say who, but yeah, we had a whole conversation about that. So, listen.
Best of luck in 2024,
That's
Tony.
it. I want AEW to win
luck.
because guess what? They gave a lot of people who didn't get looks before a job.
I'm still waiting for Abaddon to be on Dynamite, but that's neither here nor there. But all right, real quick, let's go on the WWE side of things. SmackDown this week, they continued the U.S. title tournament to who's gonna face Logan Paul in the near future.
How you guys feel about what's his name? Karrion Kross.
Yo, so I've always loved him, and I kind of want better for him. I ain't gonna hold you, but there's such
the Rock shirt.
there's such a disconnect to the fans, and also to be honest, that was the wrong place, wrong time for that match. Why would you have a former Marine at the tribute for troops and think he was gonna lose? I was like, why did they do that? That could have been next week on SmackDown. That ain't had to be this week.
It was a match though.
But I've liked Killer Kross since Impact. So I've been a fan since before he came to WWE. So that's different. It's not. Same fucking nigga. What I do like is that Shawn Michaels had announced a little after NXT deadline that Carmelo Hayes will be the NXT superstar that will be in the U.S. tournament. So super glad to see him his debut tonight on SmackDown in real time. Carlton, shout out to Carlton in the building. How do you feel about both the world champ Reigns and mid-card champ both as part-timers? To be honest, it doesn't bother me because it gives just more time and opportunity to other people to shine.
And they show up too.
And that's what I'm saying, because Roman will be on SmackDown tonight. And then probably the next time probably won't see him until Royal Rumble. But to be honest, they both show like you have a world champion that's on TV every week, and then you have another one on another brand that's not really on TV every week, and it doesn't really bother me. It's just
from what I'm hearing,
it is what it is.
His cancer's still messing him up. That's why he can't do that many dates.
Oh,
but that makes sense.
You heard that how that he didn't sign a new contract next year?
Yeah, apparently his contract ends in 2024.
Yeah, he might be done.
A lot of people, I think, contracts are coming up. Like I think Becky's contract's coming up.
Yeah.
I think Seb's contract's probably coming up soon.
You know, Becky getting old.
But
jokes.
Yo,
I mean, I wish getting old, though.
I wish I was there because I would have been like, that's not what he meant. Like, but he wasn't lying either. It was a
and you know what's crazy? Charlotte posted, I still haven't hit my prime, and then she gets injured 2 weeks later.
Oh boy.
Now, I was joking, but it's just crazy how the universe works.
This nigga here. So Charlotte Flair and Asuka.
That's what she needs.
Asuka had that match on Friday night. I think they main event Friday Night SmackDown actually, and Charlotte might have injured herself.
Hopefully she didn't.
So, I hope she didn't either.
It was just like an aggravation. Like
so that was that, and then go ahead, hey girl. And then Monday night, from Cleveland, Ohio, you had the face-off between CM Punk and Seth Rollins, and I was just like, yes, give me Rumble. But then he fucking entered himself in the Royal Rumble, and I was like, well, god damn it. But I totally think Punk will be 30 and still won't win. I think they're gonna give him. I really think they're gonna give him the Cody treatment, and he can go to WrestleMania, and I think 2025 is when he'll main event.
Too.
Oh, listen. Sometimes you gotta tuck your tail in between.
Yo, so what if like hear me out. What if like he does go to WrestleMania, still lose, and they bring him down the card?
I don't think they bring him down the card. I think. See, but then, so this is where, like, in all honesty, Punk threw the monkey wrench in like all of 2024 for WWE, low key, and I mean, it's not in a bad way, but it's just in a way of like us as fans. Like for me, I was like, Cody's gonna win the Rumble, he's gonna go to finish his story. This is gonna be great. Gunther is eventually gonna get his title shot in Germany. That's gonna be great. LA Knight's gonna be Money in the Bank. That's gonna be great. Phillip Brooks in WWE just flips all that shit upside down. Like, you just don't even know what's going to happen now. Like, he can win Money in the Bank. He can win Rumble. He can fucking main event all fucking Big Fours this year. Like, no one knows what's going to happen. Primetime Podcast, shout outs to the guys over there. Why do you feel bad for Gunther? I kind of want to hear what that's about.
That's a one. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either. Punk and Orton return with her LA Knights momentum.
No.
So you know what it is? It really is going to have to be up to the fans to still fuck with him. And the fact that Punk, even in that promo, was like, oh, he mentioned LA Knight, it meant something still. So, like, I don't think the momentum, like, compared to Chad Gable's momentum, I don't think that type of momentum is going to be such a bad thing in the long run.
CM Punk is a bit of a mainstream star than Cody.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree heavily.
I think that they're on the same level.
Cody went on SmackDown, wasn't even on that brand, just to shout out the two guys that was about to step and stroll for the Marines. Like, Cody is the face of the company. Yeah. The end. Like, Phillip is now just getting back in the good graces of people and showing him that he's not still Phillip Brooks from 10 years ago.
I mean, outside of WWE, outside of wrestling, that wrestling bubble, I think Cody and Punk are on the same level. Because no one's talking about CM Punk like that.
In all honesty, I loved the fact that they both had that little, like, on SmackDown.
Someone said, I honestly feel Gunther was going to be main event versus Night One versus Seth Rollins.
So if it was me, and knowing they're going to Germany, I wouldn't do anything big until that show.
Pretty much, yeah.
Until August. I wouldn't pull the trigger. Let him have the hometown advantage. Let the hometown crowd. That entrance alone is going to be wild in Germany. I would hold off into that. Like, honestly, Gunther definitely would be like a Money in the Bank type of situation for me.
But then again, it's just like, yeah.
Right. Gene mentioned Randall's back. So you never know what's going to happen, but they probably going to set up Randall versus Roman at the Royal Rumble, which is going to be good.
But like Gunther is just like, again, that's kind of personal feeling
Yeah,
I don't think there was no increment that he's going to win the Royal Rumble. I thought that him being one of the biggest IC champion was going to defend it out. I felt
like
that,
no one can take in all honesty, that second night at WrestleMania in LA, that was probably my favorite match of the night, was that Gunther, Sheamus, and Dry Drew match. Like, I thought the three of them together really made some magic that night. So
and I feel like how
that.
Just because he doesn't get the title shot at WrestleMania this year doesn't mean that he's not part of the big reset for next year. So,
that's why it's always important to look at the last four of the Royal Rumble. Those are going to be but like I've been saying, Cody for me, and when next week we record, we'll give our 2023 review. We'll talk about some predictions for the first quarter of 2024. But if it was me, I would have Cody go in number one and run the gauntlet and really prove that he wants to finish the story. That's the way I would do it. I wouldn't do it no other way. I think it'd be weird if he came in again at 30 or anything over 25. I think it'd be weird. So I'm tired of everything. I'm tired of everything big only happening at WrestleMania. Is it because you don't go? WrestleMania is the Super Bowl of wrestling, boo.
Right.
Like, what you expect?
What?
What are we talking about?
What?
And just for future reference, I do way better with football references.
I'm tired of everything.
Than basketball.
Nah. He said that everything only happened at WrestleMania. Nah, you wrong. Nah,
that fucking Becky coming back with SummerSlam. Fucking Phillip Brooks came back at Survivor Series at the end.
No. I low-key tired everything only happened big at WrestleMania. Nah. They haven't been throughout the whole pay-per-views.
In actuality, 2023 for WWE, they've done a really good job of balancing the big, either returns or the big moments. Like, I honestly feel like every moment, every big four, and I mean, they're probably kind of trying to go out of that realm, but every big pay-per-view had a big moment. Like, you had a WrestleMania where it was Cody. You had night one where the tag team title was the main event for WrestleMania for the first time.
Even before Triple H took
SummerSlam, you had Jay main eventing to SummerSlam.
Even before Triple H took over, you forget Brock versus The Rock at SummerSlam. Booker T versus The Rock at SummerSlam. Captain Jack versus Triple H at
that was Royal Rumble.
Survivor Series, the first ever elimination match.
WWE used to have big things happen in your house and pay-per-views like that, but they don't really do them like that.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I get what you're saying, because when Kane debuted, that was definitely like an in-your-house situation.
But guess
what?
I
get it.
It was the start of the new era of them presenting the pay-per-views, and they still do it to this day.
I can understand that feeling. Big thing. No, I can kind of get that. I understand that. But I mean, you got to think about it. The Clash of the Castle, which dry-ass Drew keeps blaming Jay for, when it's fucking Solo. Solo costing the match at the Clash of the Castle.
Don't forget, before Triple H, you forget, at New Year's Revolution, Edge cashed in the Money in the Bank. One night stand, Robin Van won it. So just say that only stuff had the big four. You wrong.
So I'm not against that either. I just don't think they would change the title in Australia. That's the only thing I would be like a catch-22. First of all, Drew pussy as fuck because he know damn well his beef is with Solo Sikoa and not Jay fucking Uso. Okay, and then was trying to talk shit about Punk, and it was just like, nigga, what he do to you? Not a fucking thing. But as I mentioned, once again, next week probably be our last episode of 2023. To be honest, with the holidays and New Year coming up.
You wrapping up?
So yeah. So we'll definitely talk about some of our favorite matches next week. We'll talk about some predictions. What's my issue with Drew? Boring as fuck. But if you like it, I love it. But it's not everybody. It's not for everybody. But I do like the whole like he's trying to add some sazon to himself and trying to be a big heel and shit like that. But as I mentioned, so next week we'll probably get into some of our favorite matches, our favorite moments of 2023. We'll probably give you guys, once again, some predictions for the first quarter of 2024. Since we got Royal Rumble coming up. We got Sting's last match coming up.
Overrated Sting.
Shut the fuck up. We got Elimination Chamber in February. So we have all that. Last but not least, we will be having our last viewing party of 2023 the day before New Year's Eve. We're going to have a mini New Year's Eve party. It seems about right. AEW World's End will be actually in Long Island here in the hometown. But if you're not going to the show, we will be showing it at Legends Bar. It will be once again our last viewing party of 2023. And we're super excited to do that. So right, let him know. So we're super excited to have that. So make sure to RSVP for that because once again, that will be our last viewing party of 2023. Any last things before we go? Those are in the tri-state area. HOG has their student show tonight. So come out and support the students of House of Glory, the up and coming superstars of House of Glory. So make sure to come out and support that. I'm trying to think of anything else is going on. Right now the plan, once again, Tampa, St. Pete, Royal Rumble weekend. Mega Ran is doing a really big, dope event the night before Royal Rumble. I will be posting that information once the new year kind of hits, just so that it's fresh in everyone's mind. But other than that, Carlton, he found Jesus. He was trying to be the good guy, even though, he probably could get that to himself. But, any last words before we depart? As Matthew, a part of Your Sports, mentioned, their anniversary is coming up. So shout outs to Matt, to Tay, to Dre, and to Pete. For being a part of the Jobbertears network, part of the family. We're proud of you guys. Many, many more. So we'll celebrate you guys next week as well. That's about it.
All right.
I'm here with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And who you want to be today?
It's the best shirt ever.
I got this as a birthday.
Wu-Tang, baby. Wu-Tang ain't
That's
nothing
a
to
birthday.
fuck
Had
with.
nothing to do
Wu-Tang
with
Clan
wrestling.
ain't nothing to fuck with.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Hope everyone enjoys their weekend. Stay safe. Stay well. # Black Excellence. # We Are.
It's over, got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes & Noble.